and welcome to the Shy Sheep. So this week's video, the setup is different again because it is my WonFes video. Yay! I'm actually doing this as like a bit of an extra video for the week, so I still actually have something to be uploaded on Sunday. But I had to record this now after my trip back or my holiday, so it's going up a bit late. So I know quite a lot of other people have done a video on this, so I hope that this still interests you and you're still interested to see my opinions. I don't really have like a list of the figures and stuff, but I'm just going to be going through WonFes and WonHobby, and like I'm not going to differentiate between all of them because there's just too much going on. The things that I am most excited for that got announced at WonFes, which I guess I'll start off with Estream, because those are the one I'm most excited for. First of all, I know Estream can be a bit of a problem company, but honestly, with all the figures that they announced from Jujutsu Kaisen, I'm gonna take the leap of faith. I'm going to take on the risks because I want all of their figures if they turn out good. Right before WonFes, actually, like a day or so before, they announced, I don't know why I'm actually opening the one. They announced a whole bunch, I think there's like 9. They announced 9 Jujutsu Kaisen scales, which I think it like literally got announced a couple days after my most anticipated prototypes video, and I was absolutely flying off the walls. I was so excited when I saw these announcements because I did not think that Estream was gonna make a whole bunch more of the Jujutsu Kaisen scales. So at WonFes, they had the Monochrome Gojo there available, well, not available, but like shown painted. And honestly, I love him. I have the FNEX Gojo pre-ordered, and the more I have been thinking over it for the last few months, the more I want more than one Gojo figure, and the more I have been regretting not getting the original colored version of the Estream Gojo, because based off of the manga cover, he looks amazing, and he would look really good with Yuta as well now. But now they're coming out with Monochrome Gojo. Like, so exciting. He's not really monochrome. I would say his colors are more desaturated than monochrome, but I really like how much more his eyes pop, and I also like that his tongue is like a bit more of a muted color here. I think he's amazing, and I'm definitely planning on pre-ordering this Gojo because I honestly can't afford the original right now, and I think I either like them the same or I like the monochrome one more. Either which way, I'm getting the monochrome one because I will be able to afford it at a later stage when he comes out, and it works better for me financially. So I lost my shit when I saw this, and I was so happy that they had another version of him coming out. Next, okay, so I was actually pretty the one I'm obviously most excited for is the Suguru announcement from Estream, and obviously his pre-orders only go up in July, so they weren't gonna have a prototype for him yet, but I was just hoping that somehow they would have a Suguru prototype already, but obviously they didn't, so I was pretty sad about that. But I'm really hoping that it's going to be based off the volume 9 cover, because that's him in his Jujutsu Kaisen 0 getup, and he's listed over here as Jujutsu Kaisen 0, and I really love how they're basing things off manga covers, so I hope that Suguru's is from the manga cover. But yeah, because I also think he looks really good on that cover. Anyway, the next one is the Sukuna figure. Now, I was a little bit worried when I saw that they announced a Sukuna that he was going to look exactly or very similar to the one I have pre-ordered from FNEX, because I also wanted another Sukuna figure. So I was like, oh my god, if it's similar, like I can't really justify getting 2 of like almost the exact same figure. But I'm actually very pleased personally with what they chose, because he's not in his robe, he's actually in, I'm pretty sure this is the outfit that Yuji was wearing at his like normal high school with the yellow hoodie before he went to Jujutsu Tech. So I really like that they did this because it's a very different Sukuna figure. And it's not in his classic jujitsu uniform as well, so I think that that's cool. I love his expression. I don't think there's too many other photos of him. I think there might be one, maybe a close-up? Yeah, okay. So I actually really enjoy Sukuna's face here. Again, he looks really crazy and insane. I love the sculpt on his jacket being ripped. I think he looks so cool with his jacket being ripped. I love his base. I am slightly worried that with some of these Jujutsu Kaisen figures, their bases are more complicated than Gojo's, so I feel like they're gonna be more expensive. Then we have Inumaki, or Toge Inumaki. I love him. Toge is amazing. I've seen some people complain about these rings. I really like them actually, because whenever Toge uses his cursed speech, the air always, like, I want to say like impacts, but that's not the word I'm looking for. I'm sure you know what I mean. Like, you can see the air like vibrate, you know, move around him in the anime and in the manga, but you know, so I think that was a really nice touch. They are quite big, but I think it also looks like you could almost display it without the rings if you don't like them. I don't mind these support poles. I don't mind support poles in general. But yeah, I love his expression. I love how dynamic his pose looks and how he's pulling down his collar, because you know he always unzips and pulls down his collar when he uses his cursed speech. I also like the log because I think it really it creates like some elevation for him, so it's kind of like a natural kind of riser for him, I guess. I don't know, I feel like that was actually really cool. And it also reminds me of the scene, or of the Kyoto and Tokyo Goodwill event, school event thing, where Toge is in the forest, and also when they're fighting Hanami because of all her tree rooty things coming out. So Nanami is here. I think this figure of Nanami looks amazing. I love his sculpt. I did notice he looks quite a lot taller than Sukuna. I don't know if that's because Yuji is quite a bit shorter than Nanami, or if it's the angle, or if that's really how tall Sukuna is, but yeah. Anyway, I think Nanami... Oh my god, there's a thunderstorm, you guys. Oh no, this is the worst time for this to be happening. I'm so sorry if you can hear thunder in the background. Please excuse that. I'm trying to get through this before this storm hits. School has started, well, university has started for me again, and the pressure is mounting, work is loading up. So anyway, yeah, I think this Nanami looks incredible. I love how cool and like suave he looks. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I love how he's pulling his tie. And I love that his blade is surrounded by the cursed energy. I love the sculpt on his clothes. His face looks really cool. I do wish that he didn't have his glasses on. And I do wish that they based this on the manga cover for volume 11 instead. But I do think that this comes in second place. It's a very good Nanami figure, so we'll be getting him. The other announcements were obviously Panda, which I'm surprised Estream is making a Panda figure. I mean, I really enjoy Panda's character, but to make Panda over Nobara just seems questionable. I'm really upset that Estream didn't or hasn't made a Nobara figure, because I feel like they could do her justice. And I feel like they could have done something so cool. I feel like they would have done exactly what I wanted with her with the roses, but no, they made Panda instead, which I'm not mad about Panda getting a figure. I'm just mad that they left Nobara out over Panda, it seems. So I don't know, maybe they're actually gonna do a Nobara and it's gonna be a surprise. I don't know. Anyway, very excited for Maki. I'm so excited for what they'll do with her. I have no idea what it is. She's not on a manga cover, so I can't even, you know, brainstorm there. I do hope she has Playful Cloud or her like big ass spear with her, and she looks super badass. I don't know, maybe she'll be catching the bullet that Mai fires at her. I don't know, it's just cool. Then we have Megumi. I'm so excited for Megumi. I am so excited. I will probably end up getting the Kotobukiya one anyway. but I really want to see what they do with this. I hope it's based off of the manga cover, but who knows, it might not be. I just think that they'll do a good job anyway. I do hope that if it isn't based off the manga cover, that it'll have the divine dogs, like both of them, or like I think it's the totality dog. I would love for them to have that dog. Anyway, and the last one is the, oh, that's not the the last one is actually Yuji. The Yuji figure that I was excited for, the prototype that I showed in my previous video. I don't like how he turned out. The sculpt on his face is just, oh no, it doesn't look like Yuji, so I still don't have a Yuji figure that I'm gonna get. So I am putting all my hopes into Estream right now to give me the Yuji figure that I want. Anyway, the next figure I want to talk about is this Nezuko. Oh my god, I have been waiting for a Nezuko figure. I just want like enough of Nezuko being badass, I guess, and cute, and like something with her demon form, instead of just Nezuko with bamboo in her mouth. And this figure, first of all, based off of the manga cover. Base anything off of a manga cover and I'm basically sold. Anyway, this is the Nezuko figure I've been waiting for. She looks beautiful. I love that it looks like the manga cover. I love the background. I just love her pose. I think she's beautiful, and this is what I'm gonna get. This is the one I want. I think that the sculpt on her hair looks amazing. The detailing on her feet is beautiful. Her face looks perfect. I can't wait to see this painted. I hope that the paint job doesn't let down, so yeah. Anyway, I don't know if this was actually at one of the events. It was announced right before one of them, I think, or maybe it was at one of them. Anyway, Hobby Max is making this Dazai figure. He looks so good. I can't wait to see the prototype of him in this, because oh my god, he looks perfect. I really want the Orange Rouge version of him from when he was in the Port Mafia. But this Dazai, oh, he looks perfect. I really hope that they do him justice and that he looks amazing. But the artwork that he's based off of, such a good choice. And I know that all of the characters actually, or most of them, have this design, like this artwork kind of thing in suits looking spiffy or whatever it is. So I'm hoping we get like Chuya and Atsushi and Akutagawa. That would be so cool because I love those characters and I just don't really have any figures, so yeah. Now this figure, I don't know, I feel excited for this Daki and Gyutaro figure, but I also feel slightly disappointed because I don't know how big it is going to be right now. So this is by Aniplex and it is a Kono fig, which is supposed to be their smaller figures and cheaper, more affordable figures, which there's nothing wrong with that, but it's not going to be an actual scale figure. And I really wanted a scale of Daki and Gyutaro, so hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. I really love when she's like piggybacking off of him here in the anime, so I really do hope that this is not super tiny because I really would like this, even if it is smaller than what it should be. If it still looks kind of in scale with the other figures and not like super tiny, I'd still get it because this looks really amazing. I love the sculpt of it. I just wish that it was a little bigger, although we don't know the size yet, but it does look kind of small if you base it off of the height of these plastic things. But yeah, I mean, Daki looks amazing on her brother's back. Her hair sculpt looks incredible. His sickles, I mean, it's just so, it's such a cool pose and such a cool sculpt. So I really hope that this comes out nicely painted and it doesn't like lack detailing in the paint job. And I hope that it isn't too small because that would probably prevent me from picking this up, just because I do want a demon shelf and this would look quite off in relation to the other figures that I'm planning on picking up from that shelf. So, for that shelf. So yeah, but I was when I didn't know it was a Kono figure, so I initially like lost my shit over this figure and I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. And then I saw that it might be a little bit too small, so it was a little saddening for me, but hopefully it's not too small, and then hopefully it's affordable, so that would also be really great. Anyway, then this figure, so when I first saw this, I didn't realize it was like a diorama, which obviously might change things, but when I saw this figure of Tanjiro, like his face is so perfect. I've been waiting for a Tanjiro figure where I am happy with his face, and I was so incredibly happy with this one, and I loved that he's using Hinokami Kagura instead of his water breathing. So I thought this was going to be the best figure, and I still think it is. I'm just worried about the price with it being a diorama now, because like, I mean, it looks incredible. Like, if I can afford it, I want to get this figure because I've been dying for a good Tanjiro figure and he looks incredible. I'm sure there's going to be a lot more Tanjiro figures, but I'm probably going to want more than one Tanjiro. I mean, Tanjiro is my like absolute favorite from Demon Slayer, so I mean, he's so precious and so kind, just such a good person. So yeah, I love this effect piece. I do think it looks quite similar to a lot of other like effect pieces, like the Aniplex one where he's like slicing through the train with his Hinokami Kagura, but it doesn't look exactly the same, and I definitely think Tanjiro himself looks the best here. So I don't think it's the most original Tanjiro figure, but I do think it is the best face Tanjiro, and I really do like the originality of the diorama around him. I think that looks incredible, so hoping that comes out and is not as pricey as it looks like it's gonna be. Anyway, okay, so I recently got my Elizabeth bunny, who you will be seeing shortly. One of the festivals, they had the Diane Bunny. I was hoping we were gonna get a Diane figure or a Diane Bunny to go with Elizabeth. I think that she would look so cool with her, and I really love how they tailored her bunny suit again to what she wears in the anime, and it's not like overly lewd as well, which I think is really nice for Diane as well. I love her little pigtails. If anything, I feel like the hair sculpt might be less detailed than what I think it is gonna be, which might be a little sad, but other than that, she looks incredible. It looks like there's some really nice shading on like her arm guard things. That's that. Very excited for Diane. I do think her mouth is like a little bit weird, but other than that, she looks perfect. I love her ears. So cute. Okay, then we got some updates on the Jujutsu Kaisen Nendoroids. We have Panda over here, looking very cute. Obviously there's no like showing you the different face plates or anything, so I don't really know what to expect, but he looks very panda-esque over here, so he looks cute. I like him. There's not much more to say about him because there's not much to go off of right now. Then I also lost my shit when I saw the Sukuna Nendoroid, because oh my god, is he just the most adorablest little thing in the whole entire world that you've ever seen. Like, look at him, he's perfect. This is exactly how I would have imagined Sukuna to look, at least with his standard faceplate. I love the like markings that they painted on him. I love his hair sculpt. I love what his hands are doing over here. It looks very, very Sukuna and like condescending. I love his little robe. He's perfect, and I love him, and I'm so excited to see what they do with the rest of his face plates and the rest of his accessories. He's just so cute, and I'm so excited, and that's all I have to say about him. Now, I was actually really excited to see the final season version of Eren and Reiner announced, because I am not planning on collecting any AOT Nendoroids of them from the earlier seasons, because I don't really vibe with them that much. But also I want to save money by not collecting scales and Nendoroids from all the anime I love. So I decided to collect just mainly scales from AOT to save some money for myself. However, I love final season version of Eren. I hope he gets a scale, but I will definitely be picking up this Nendoroid. I love this version of Eren so much that I will definitely be getting an Nendoroid of him, and I'm very excited to see what they do with him. Then we have Reiner. There are no real figures of Reiner, I think. And I really like Reiner in the final season. It's actually quite depressing, and it makes me feel a lot more sad for him than the previous seasons. Even though I felt for him in the previous seasons, I feel for him even more, but I'm still on Eren's side. If that makes sense. I think he looks really good. He has depressive Reiner vibes all over this artwork of him, so very excited. I'll be picking those two up together because, like, it's the final season versions of them. I have to, can't not have them. Second uniform versions of Kuroo and Kenma were announced. Where's Kenma? Here he is. There we go. Of Kuroo and Kenma. I already have Kuroo and I have pre-ordered the other Kenma. I will be getting these as well because extra faceplates, and their second uniform is so cute. Oh my god. I love their second uniform. I loved watching the episode. I think it was an OVA or two also, where they were playing one of the Tokyo schools, I think, or their position in the nationals. And they were in this uniform. They look so cute. I love Kenma's expression here. I think this is such a good expression for Kenma. I also love this expression of Kuroo. I think it's such a good one. It's his like sneaky little smirk, his this is the smile he would give Tsukishima when he convinces him to come and practice blocking with them, you know? Or when Suki makes a really good block or something that Kuroo taught him. This is the face he would make. So yeah, just so happy those got announced. Okay, then I think I have mentioned to all of you that I don't actually like Evangelion, or at least not the series. I haven't watched the movies, and I feel like I should give the movies a try before outright saying that I could never like it. Because maybe I'm missing something and the movies are really good. So yeah, I said I don't like Evangelion, but I do like one character, and it's Kaoru. I love this Radio Eva figure of him. The sculpt on his hair looks incredible. I was already tempted by the first wave of the Radio Eva figures for the Kaoru, but I ended up skipping, which I'm sort of regretting. But now seeing this one, I think I'm definitely gonna pick up Kaoru, the second version of him like this, probably in color, I think. But his sculpt looks incredible on his clothing, on his hair, his face. He just looks so cool. I love how cool he looks. Like, oh, such a good figure. I'm so excited for that. So the Rei second Radio Eva version was also there, and obviously the Asuka, which you've all seen. I think Rei also looks incredible. The sculpt on her jacket and her face and her hair and just everything just looks beautiful. I'm sure she's gonna look just as beautiful as Asuka, so I have high hopes for Kaoru as well then. Then the next one, I mentioned actually in my prototypes video that I was excited to see painted, and oh my god, did they do an incredible job painting this Miku. I think it's the Miku with Solwa by Good Smile Company. Her hair, I love the gradient in her hair. It like looks wet, like paint or water or something like that. I love her jacket. Oh, the inside of her jacket where it's all like foiled, stunning. The see-through pink part of her jacket, beautiful. Her little shorts, I'm sorry, what? Her shoes look so cute. I love them so much. This belt, this face, the hair color, the hair shading, just everything is beautiful. They could not have done a better job with this Miku in my opinion, and she exceeded all my expectations for how she was gonna look painted. So instant pre-order for her. She's incredible. I'm so happy with this Miku, and yeah, this girl looks really cute though. I don't actually know who she is, but she looks very cute. She does have quite a lot of white on her, but I feel like it's broken up a lot by the pinks and these bows and her pink and blue hair. She looks very cute, and I think they did a very good job with her. So I also like how she's like reaching out to you. That's so cute. We have some Jujutsu Kaisen pop-up parades. I actually really like this Toge one. I do think his pose is very boring, but it is him pulling on his collar thing to, you know, start using his cursed speech. But it is quite boring, and I think it could be better, but I do like how his eyes and his face and his hair is looking. It looks very Toge. Next we have Maki, which I actually think Maki looks incredible for the pop-up parade. I think she's beautiful. I love her face. I think she looks very elegant but also super badass. I love this pose. I do think it's probably more of a boring pose, but I'm very happy that they included her weapon, because I know some of the Fate pop-up parades don't get their weapons included. So I was very happy to see her weapon. The Panda pop-up parade looks good. Looks like Panda. It's not very exciting. I feel like they could have done a lot more with Panda, but these Swachaos, I don't really get the point of them. If you have the Nendoroids are way better than the Swachaos, so yeah. Anyway, then we're getting these XL and L pop-up parades, which are going to be charged at I think the XLs were like 23,000 yen, which honestly I don't really understand, because I thought the whole point of a pop-up parade was that it's going to be affordable, where 23,000 yen is not affordable at all. And I don't know if it's still going to be the same quality of sculpt and paintwork then, or if it's going to be better, because that seems like a lot of money to pay for the same quality sculpt and paintwork that pop-up parades come with. Because you can buy a bunny figure for that amount of money, and their sculpt and paintwork and everything is generally better. But I don't really understand why, at least for the XL ones. Maybe the large ones, there is like people want a slightly bigger figure that is still affordable, because pop-up parades are very affordable. But yeah, I don't really understand, and I don't know, I just feel kind of disappointed by this. I don't really understand the need for a giant version that Freeing or someone could probably fill the need of, because I don't think these are going to have the same level of detail as like your quarter scales that Freeing makes, I'm guessing, which could be quite disappointing for the price point that they're asking for. Like, it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of shading on this Lucy over here, like her hair, her boots, her like stuff. It just doesn't look, I don't know, maybe it's just the lighting, but yeah, I think it would be quite disappointing if you're paying 23,000 yen and there's very little shading and stuff on these figures. There is the Ghost Bride. I was quite excited to see this figure painted. I wasn't ever planning on getting this figure just because it's way too intricate for my liking. Where here I think the focus is more on the base than the figure herself. Like, I kind of lose her in amongst this. I do think this is a beautiful figure, and it does look like an actual piece of art instead of a figure. So I do think, I know it's based on someone's artwork, but I do wish that they chose different colors, because it's called the Ghost Bride. I feel like these colors are very, very bright. It sounds like it should be sadder or like more eerie, like blues and grays and stuff, instead of these really bright colors. Perhaps I'm misunderstanding though the intention of the artwork, but just from the name itself, I expected very different colors from this, so I'm not a fan of the bright colors with this anyway. I saw a lot of people happy about this. I think it's Marin or Marin. I haven't seen the anime, so I'm not sure how to pronounce her name. From My Dress Up Darling. From the sounds of it, she is a very pretty, very outgoing, bubbly, very amazing female character. So I'm sure many of you are excited about this. She looks very cute. I really love her design, and I think that Good Smile Company really jumped on getting an Android of her out really fast. And then there's I think this is how you pronounce her name, at least when I was watching the sub. I normally watch dub, But I like watching sub when the things are coming out so that I don't miss anything, and I enjoy dub and sub equally. It's a side point, please don't come for me about dub. I like them both. But this is a Komi-Nendoroid, or I think that's how you pronounce her name, but yeah. I was very happy to see this. I really enjoyed the anime. It is quite relatable to me in many ways. And I think she looks adorable. I really enjoy Komi's character and also how she grows throughout the anime, and I'm pretty sure I saw that season 2 is coming now in like April or something. She looks very, very cute, and I think that she is perfect, and I can't wait to see more of this and to see her painted, because I think I would really like to have a Komi-Nendoroid. Now when I saw this Eren figure, I was like, oh, that was just so unexpected. I didn't think there would be more Fullmetal Alchemist figures being made that much, especially of these two. I think it's amazing, and I'm quite tempted to get it, but it does seem like it's going to be very expensive, and it also seems quite large and just quite busy. I don't know, I'm not like actually in love with this figure as of yet, even though I love Fullmetal Alchemist. I think this is a really cool figure, but there's just something on it that I'm unsure about. But yeah, maybe I'll change my mind. I don't like Roy's face. I was quite disappointed in the Roy pop-up parade, to be quite honest with you. Don't have much to say about him. I didn't enjoy that, so. This Riza Hawkeye pop-up parade though, very nice. I really enjoy her. Her face is beautiful. Her hair sculpt, I love her pose with her gun. I think that she looks great. She's beautiful. Very nice. What is his name? Okay, I forgot this man's name, and I know it's gonna come back to me. Sorry if you can hear a plane. He looks good. I guess they put a lot of emphasis into his like chest and abs. I like all the weapons and stuff that he comes with. I think that was a very nice addition for a pop-up parade. I think he looks okay. His hair looks very disappointing in terms of detail, but other than that, he looks good. This albedo, or albedo, don't know how to pronounce it, bunny figure like broke the internet. She's thick, okay? Oh my god. She looks beautiful. I love the wings. I love the stockings coming like halfway up. I love her bunny suit. I think the bunny ears could have had a lot more effort put into them. They kind of look weird just straight up. I think they could have even left out the bunny ears and just had her with her little horns. I think that would have looked even better. I do wish that this bow over here had some color on it. I saw some people saying that her face or her head looks too small for her body, which I'm not sure about because I don't know her proportions very well, but maybe someone can enlighten me if that's actually the case. I think in general she looks really beautiful, and I think they did a very good job. It looks like there's some very nice shading everywhere in all those curves, so yeah. This Miku looks bad. I saw her sculpt last year unpainted and she looked beautiful. I wasn't interested in getting her, but I was excited to see what they would do with her. Honestly, the colors, ugh, it looks so bad in my opinion. I hate this metallic stuff over here. It just looks gross. I'm sorry if you love this figure, I really am, but her hair looks weird. I don't like how the colors are mixing together, and like it just like the shading just looks so off on her hair, and like the way these colors are mixed together in her clothing just looks like they are not gelling together at all. Everything just looks like a mismatch and it looks awful, and I hate it. I don't like this figure at all. Anyway, this Holo figure looks so cute. She looks adorable. I love the sculpt on her hair. It looks beautiful. I love all the fruit that she's carrying and that it's like falling out, and I love how dynamic she is and that she's like prancing around, and I love this like shawl thing around her. It looks like all knitted and stuff. Very cute figure of her. This little haiku Nendoroid Surprise. I am very much interested in Haikyuu, and a Nendoroid Surprise sounds like something very adorable that I am interested in, and I want to see what it is, so that's exciting for me. I haven't seen Blue Period yet, but I have the manga. I have volume 1 and 2, and I was very surprised to see this Yatora Yaguchi Nendoroid. I wasn't expecting him to get a Nendoroid so soon. I think he looks good because I've seen him in the anime like snippets and like trailers, and I think they did a really good job with him, and I'm excited to see what they do with this Nendoroid. He's very, very cute. Some Dragon Maid Nendoroids announced. I know people love this show so much, so I think the Kana and I think this is Toru, right? I think those Nendoroids are going to be so cute, so I'm excited to see those. The Tengen Nendoroid, I'm not really collecting the Demon Slayer Nendoroids because there are so many of them and I'm trying not to spend all my money. I collect like a few though, like maybe the Tanjiro one and the Gi one. This Tengen one looks really cute though. I think they did a really good job painting him, and I really love him. I think he looks great, so yeah. I was quite surprised to see this Blue Lancer Nendoroid announced. I always really liked Blue Lancer, so maybe I'll pick him up, but yeah. We have a Holo pop-up parade. I think she looks adorable. I think they chose quite a nice detailed outfit for a pop-up parade actually, and I really think her expression is quite cute. So we have the Gojo Nendoroid from Jujutsu Kaisen 0 reveal. He looks very similar to the other Gojo Nendoroid, obviously, because like what else is there to do with him, but he does have quite a few different faceplates that I'm very happy with, and I'm very glad that I did pre-order him, but I know that it may seem a bit like redundant to some people to have him, but you know, there's people out there ordering like 3 Toge Nendoroids, so me having 2 different Gojo Nendoroids doesn't seem that bad, does it? This Kazuma pop-up parade is actually just perfect. I love him having his steal thing where he like steals the girl's panties, like it's perfect. Perfect Kazuma pop-up parade. I love it, and that's all I have to say about it. I know that I went mainly through WonHobby stuff, but that was because there was actually a gallery. So my apologies if this was mainly WonHobby and not WonFes, but this video is getting quite long now. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this and enjoyed my thoughts on some of these things, and that you didn't think it was too much WonHobby, although it was. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope that you enjoyed hearing my thoughts and opinions on some things, and I'd love to know what figures got you excited and announcements that got you excited, and your thoughts on them. But yeah, it was really nice making an extra video this week, and I hope that you guys all have a lovely week ahead, and I hope to see you here next week, but it's okay if you don't want to, I understand. But I hope you all have a lovely day, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys!